So this past weekend marks the return of Batman to theaters. And it's for the 7th time. 8th if you count the 76 Batman with Adam West. This is the 8th Batman movie. Just, a couple months ago, we did the 7th Spider-Man movie. I think it's time to give these characters a break. You know, it's almost like these two franchises, DC Warner Brothers and Marvel Disney, or in this case Marvel Sony with Spider-Man, really have cashed in on these characters. And there are so many other characters, great as well, that could use movies. Maybe even trilogies. I'm just saying, when we've reached a point in the last few years where we have 8 Batman movies, it may be time to let Bruce Wayne hang the cape and cowl up for a little while in the cinema. Regardless of how great the movies may be. It's just too much. But that's just my opinion. What do you guys think? Ladies and gentlemen, blurds and nerds, freaks and geeks, this is Do You Speak Geek? What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Nix back again for the podcast Do You Speak Geek? This is episode 112, room 112. I'm sorry. Forgive me for that. Yo, shout out to everybody who has been rocking with us thus far, all the previous listeners from the previous episode, and any previous subscribers, new followers. If you are new to this whole thing, welcome to Do You Speak Geek. This is the podcast where we give you all the latest and greatest in news and reviews from the geek realm. So wherever you get your podcast, whether it be Spreaker, and that's the home team, or any other podcast outlets, please be sure to search for Do You Speak Geek and hit that subscribe. DoYouSpeakGeek.com, the central hub for everything DYSG. We got stuff popping off, y'all. We got new merch. We got the blog going on. We have photos, videos, the social media links are there. So wherever you are out there on the internet, whatever browser you use, hopefully you're not still using Netscape Navigator or Internet Explorer. But if you are, search for DoYouSpeakGeek.com and save us as a favorite. Buy some merch while you're there. Follow us on social media, Facebook at DYSGFB, Twitter at DYSG_tweets, and TikTok, Instagram, and QuirkChat at Do You Speak Geek. The YouTube channel, the only place where you can find the Donald and Daddy Show. Please be sure to subscribe, like, Hulk smash that bell for all notifications, and leave your comments. We want to know what you guys think. We just dropped our recent First Friday fights for March. It is Stewie from Family Guy versus Roger from American Dad. You guys let us know who will win that in the comments and enjoy that video. Not a lot to discuss this week. There was one big thing that happened this weekend, and we'll get to that in the reviews first thing at the top. So let's go ahead and do what we do about this time, people. Let's speak geek.
Suit up.
I wanna be the very best.
Talk nerdy to me.
All right, we got reviews coming at you at rapid fire. We have to talk about The Batman, a gripping, gorgeous, and at times genuinely scary psychological crime thriller that gives Bruce Wayne the grounded detective story he deserves. Robert Pattinson is a great and very broken Batman, but it's Zoe Kravitz and Paul Dano who steal the show with a movingly layered Selena Kyle and a terrifyingly unhinged Riddler, respectively. Writer-director Matt Reeves managed to make Batman movies that entirely different from the others and in live-action canon, yet surprisingly loyal to Gotham lore as a whole. Ultimately, it's one of those that earns its place in the iconic character's legacy. Please check this one out if you have not already. Gran Turismo 7, mixing the original GT's trend-setting format with GT's sports stern but very successful focus on competitive online racing. Gran Turismo 7 makes a few errors, but it's a potent podium performance. Say that 2 times fast. From developer Polyphone Digital. Yo, Gran Turismo 7 looks so dope, but I could be biased because I'm a Sony guy, but that's just me. Far Changing Tides lacks somewhat of its predecessor, true, but what made it special, but still a lovely road trip take. It's still a good game, so check that out. The Boys presents Diabolical. It may not be super consistent, but the episodes provide as much variety and fun as their different superpowers in the Vault roster. This show is hilarious, it's violent, it's gross, it's sexy, and it's entertaining. Please check this out. And finally, we have Gigabyte Aero 16 YE5. It's a brilliant display, and the performance of non-gaming tasks is there. However, if you're looking for a gaming laptop that impresses with performance for work and play, and uses the latest generation of Intel chips, wait for more laptops to hit store shelves. However, this one is a workhorse. So check that one out. Get your hands on one if you need a new gaming PC. Let's hop into my favorite portion of the show. Y'all know the vibes. Source Wall.
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
Behold the Source Wall.
Can you read, my son?
Well, that depends.
There is nothing wrong with reading a story and looking at the pictures.
Enough said, Stan. Let's hop right into it. The pull list this week, we have Devil's Reign 5. As smart and ruthless as Wilson Fisk may be, he's so smart and ruthless, he's chosen to enlist the aid of some of the most reprehensible, dangerous, and bloodthirsty criminals in the Marvel Universe. He's been able to keep them on a short leash out of fear for weeks, but in this issue, that fear runs out. Fisk's lackeys aren't scared of anything anymore, even him, and all of New York is left to pay the price. God, what is going on? Ooh, this book here, my guy. Oh, man. Anyway, moving on to the next one. Whew. Punisher number 1. Will the Punisher's war end? Born of tragedy, devoted to war, unstoppable in his rage. As the Punisher, Frank Castle has become the most accomplished killer the world has ever seen. Now it's time for him to face his true destiny. What shocking secret from Frank's past will convince him to take the reins of the Marvel Universe's most notorious clan of assassins? And once Frank becomes the warlord of the deadly ninjas, the Hand, will it also mean an end to the Punisher? Or a whole new bloody beginning? Join the superstar team writer of Jason Aaron and artist Jesus Saizi and Paul Aztecas for an exciting exploration of the dark and violent past and inevitable future of one of Marvel's most iconic characters. Yo, Frank Castle running the Hand? Oh my God, that ain't good for nobody. That ain't good for nobody. I'm gonna have to pick this one up to see what's going on, because that sounds crazy. Spider-Gwen Gwenverse number 1. Not enough Gwens. Apparently not. When Gwen Stacy was bitten by a radioactive spider, she gained arachnid-like superpowers and started fighting crime as Spider-Woman, or as she's affectionately known to her peers, Ghost Spider. But what would have happened if instead she had picked up the enchanted hammer Mjolnir? Or if she received super soldier serum? Or built a high-tech suit of armor? Or you get it. Find out in the new 5-issue miniseries by Tim Seeley and Jody Nishima as Ghost Spider tumbles through time and comes face to face with herself. Should be fun. Marvel's banging some hits out this week. As well as another one, Captain Carter number 1. Woman Out of Time. A reality where Agent Peggy Carter took the super soldier serum is turned upside down when the World War II hero is pulled from the ice where she was lost in action decades before. Peggy struggles to find her footing in a modern world that's gotten a lot more complicated. Cities are louder, technology is smarter, and enemies wear friendly faces. Everyone with an agenda wants Captain Carter on their side. But what does Peggy want? And will she have time to figure it out when mysterious forces are already gunning for her? Prolific comics creator and designer Jamie McKellar teams with rising star Marika Cresty to tell an unforgettable Captain Carter story for a modern age. This one looks nice. I want people to really give it a chance because it's kind of spinning out of that world from What If. Yeah, this one should be dope. Little Monsters #1. They are the last children on Earth who also happen to be vampires. For longer than they can remember, these child vampires have lived a life of eternal wonder amongst the ruins of humanity. But shocking events fracture the group and set them on a path of discovery that will shatter their innocence forever. Just talking about innocence, they're vampires. What are you talking about? But it sounds very interesting. This should be a good one. Here's another one of my picks. I can't wait for this one. Radiant Red #1. To her students, Satomi Son is a diligent middle school teacher. To her fiance and parents, she's the rock of their family. To the world, she's Radiant Red, a criminal turned matter-absorbing superhero. But with a mysterious stranger in her classroom, a nosy reporter on her doorstep, and a $2.5 million hidden in an air vent of her house, she's gonna have to decide who she is, and quickly, before the world chooses for her. Sound like she got a problem to me. That $2.5 million solve all of it, you know what I mean? Icon and Rocket Season 1 #6. With the might of every superpowered rogue the world's government could ever assemble bearing down on them, Icon and Rocket must call on every ally they have ever survived. Which begs the question, do they have allies? This would be a pretty tough way to find out otherwise. Check that one out. Women of Marvel #1. Celebrate the phenomenal women of Marvel with a tale spun from the greatest minds in comics. The talented women creators who have made Marvel the powerhouse that it takes on fan favorite female characters within the Marvel Universe. From seasoned veterans to up-and-coming talent, this cast of writers and artists gives their own spin on beloved heroines, showing the fire, mystery, grace, and joy that makes them phenomenal women. With superstar creators Charlie Jane Anders, Makira Andolph, Jordi Belair, and many more, this issue is another must-have from the Voices pull list. Yo, the Voices stuff, man, is always on fire. It's great short stories by incredible writers, some seasoned veterans, some up-and-comers. These are the dope books. Get this one also. And finally, we have Naomi, Season 2 #1. She's back. Naomi returns to the pages of her own series to uncover the truth behind the new mysteries around herself and her powers. The entire creative team, yes, Brian Michael Bendis, David F. Walker, and Jamal Campbell, behind the critically acclaimed and Eisner Award nominated debut series, has returned to answer all the questions that surround Naomi, her legacy, and her place in the DC Universe pantheon. Guest starring Black Adam, Superman, and the Justice League, plus the return of Zumbado. These are all my picks, people, and please be sure to pick these up and many more this Wednesday at your local comic book store. Let's watch this.
Watch this, y'all. Thunder! Thunder! Thunder!
Lannister always pays his debts.
Whoa, dude. I am the villain of the story.
All right, folks, Anthony Mackie joins Twisted Metal series in a lead role. Didn't see this one coming. So Anthony Mackie will star in PlayStation's upcoming live adaptation of Twisted Metal, playing the amnesiac John Doe. As reported by Deadline, Mackie will lead in the latest video game adaptation of PlayStation Productions. In another press release, Peacock has announced it will air the upcoming live adaptation of the classic PlayStation series Twisted Metal. Additionally, Cobra Kai writer Michael Jonathan Smith will serve as showrunner, writer, as well as executive producer alongside Will Arnett and Mark Foreman. Sounds like it might be alright, Twisted Metal. We bring in some stuff from PlayStation, getting on them properties and getting them into, the movies and also TV. Can't wait. Should be pretty good. An I Am Legend sequel has been announced with Will Smith and Michael B. Jordan. So Will Smith will evidently become legend once more. That's funny. Warner Brothers is gearing up for a sequel of 2007's I Am Legend, with Will Smith returning and Black Panther Creed star Michael B. Jordan. Deadline reported the plot details are understandably being kept under wraps, but the movie marks Smith and Jordan's first time working together as co-stars and producers. The sequel is being penned and produced by Oscar-winning Akiva Goldsman, writer of A Beautiful Mind, Fringe, and the original I Am Legend screenplay. I Am Legend is based on the 1954 novel of the same name by Richard Matheson, which helped to popularize the post-apocalyptic genre. No director is currently confirmed to be attached to the project, and no firm release window has been announced. So pretty much when you go to the theater, you gotta watch your wife, you gotta watch your girlfriend, you gotta watch your mama, because they're gonna be all swooning at the fact that we got Will Smith and Michael B. Jordan on the TV at the same time. But it'll be fun. I didn't see this sequel coming, but yeah, there's something to be said there. Hopefully it'll be good. Disney Plus to introduce a cheaper subscription, but it includes ads. So Disney is getting a cheaper subscription option that will offer the same content but with ads included. Users can therefore choose between the more expensive $7.99 subscription or this cheaper version when it arrives in the US in late 2022 this year. The service will expand internationally in 2023. While Disney hasn't yet announced a price point, it made the move to let more people have access to content because companies were eager to advertise with them. Shoot, I'd love to see a DYSG ad on Disney Plus. That's just me personally. But yeah, cheaper than $8 with ads. I think several people will jump on this. This is a good move. And finally, we have a brand new Alien movie headed to Hulu. A new Alien movie is on the way to Hulu, courtesy of Ridley Scott and apparent seasoned superfan Fede Alvarez, whose pitch had reportedly been rattling around in Scott's head for years. According to the Hollywood Reporter, not much known is about the movie, but it's safe to say apparently it's coming up from previous movies and it will be unconnected. Alvarez, who is best known for his work on the Evil Dead remake and Don't Breathe, will write and direct the new standalone film. Alvarez said to have casually pitched the idea to Scott many years ago, but nothing came of it until recently. 20th Century Pictures is picking up the project as well. So, what do you guys think there? A new Alien movie. Scott Ridley is not connected to any of the previous movies, so that means no Ripley. Not even a Ripley cameo. Eugh. Alright, that's fine. But, let's see. It should be good though. Sci-fi is best right there. I like it. Alright, you nerds. Let's mark out.
So what you gonna do?
Goodbye and good night. Bang!
Now, if there was anything to mark out about, people, it was this. AEW's Tony Khan announces that he is the new owner of Ring of Honor. So this past Dynamite was opened up with Tony Khan saying he had an announcement, and that announcement is confirming that he is the new owner of Ring of Honor Wrestling. The Baltimore-based promotion announced last year that it would be taking a hiatus following the final Battle pay-per-view in December. News broke shortly after that all active wrestlers would be allowed to explore other companies, as it would not be extending any deals beyond March of this year. The promotion was expected to relaunch with the Supercard of Honor 15 during WrestleMania weekend. Details of Khan's purchase of the company are scarce now, but the sale will include the extensive Ring of Honor tape library, which goes all the way back to 2002, as well as brand assets, intellectual property, production equipment, and more. Yo, what does this mean, my guy? And there's also a rumor going around that there may be some sort of a Ring of Honor invasion in AEW. Possibly even led by Cody Rhodes himself, but that's just a rumor. You ain't heard that from me. But yo, Tony Khan, man, the checkbook wins again. That's all I can say. The checkbook wins again. This is gonna be something big, and hopefully we'll get some more light shed on this weekend in Revolution. Yeah, it should be pretty good. But that is the pod. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you all for listening. Please be sure to listen to this podcast. Subscribe to this podcast. Let your boy know what you think about this podcast. Visit the website, doyouspeakgeek.com. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and QuirkChat. Check out our YouTube channel. Like and subscribe to the videos there. As always, people, live to play to win to live. I speak geek. Do you speak geek?